gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Afa and Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Afa and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Afa and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the wild Samoans, finding a tag team.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afa and Sika, and then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And at a combined weight of 603
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Well, look, the Dudley Boys may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive, brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Welcome by Captain Lou Albano and a combined weight of 645 pounds. Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Alpha and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces, I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the lion's den.
Two-on-two tables match here with the masters of the match. The Dudley Boys taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans through a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further. Alpha is all fired up.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheel. Incoming! You gotta be kidding me! Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A, right there. Oh, man.
Oh, my God! A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans. Like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it will take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back.
Into the table. Oh, he's got a plan for that table, and it does not involve a dinner party.
And Bubba is a bit staggered after that attack.
Ooh, well measured. Catches a kick to the face.
Now you got a chance, the best Bubba Ray here.
Into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley Boys in there.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as the...
Watch out! Look out below! Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks. Oh, the knee takes a big hit.
And he's pulled the ring apron up, looking under there for something.
Bringing a steel chair into play here.
Oh, strong impact.
Oh, God, right to the cranium.
Turns that back on Alpha, and he re-enters into the ring.
Oh, man, he is fired up now.
Looking stunned here, guys.
Oh, my goodness.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
Totally forgot. Oh, okay, forgot.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the...
Guys, this is going to be a great one. Two-on-two tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it will take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Such a... peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior.
Got the 4 Nelson.
These attacks are starting to impact him.
Yeah, Alpha just brought the fight to him.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudley's wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
They don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Already he's taken on some damage.
Devon looking to push the advantage after that. Up for the electric chair, down for the drop.
And Sika had no reflexes to answer for that. Oh, elbow right to the breadbasket for their troubles. And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the king in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means awesome.
Yeah, if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans into the Samoa drop.
the prelude to the Dudley's demise.
That'll turn your lights out. Double axe handle connects. He's looking defensive. And here we go. The Boston Crab.
Look at the back position.
Boston Crab, no more.
Lift off.
He's getting fired up now, really feeding up. This crowd from all the way up, wasted no time flying out to the floor.
The Dudley Boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial, had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans.
Bubba cutter.
The Wild Samoans just took a bumpy trip to Dudleyville.
Scoop slam sets things up. And this is our cue to get out of Dodge fast.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Guys, we should really watch out. This could spill over here in an instant. Sika's face got the worst of that.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team.
And I thought Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. when I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief? You are not my tribal! He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's Rogue Bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question the future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable, and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wesley.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man.
Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign.
Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wesley, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place?
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Melo needs the night off.
Well, Melo talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen?
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Oh. Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Melo has the biggest crown and the heaviest head.
Melo has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face to face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, both men have earned their status thus far, that's for sure. Ooh, clothesline delivered.
Oh, clothesline.
It's a... Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to...
Oh, no. Now possibly setting up for a submission maneuver. Such a punishing submission hold.
All right, now he's looking for any way to break out of this, and he does.
German suplex.
Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes. He cannot deny the impact Trick has had since he joined his childhood friend's side.
Yeah, that decision to bring Trick Williams into NXT 2.0 changed the trajectory of Carmelo Hayes' career. Trick told Melo 12 months ago, forget about pandering to the NXT universe, just focus on yourself. And that was the day that Melo truly became the A-champ.
We saw... Solo Sikoa joined the Bloodline just 10 days ago. But this bond between Melo and Trick might be even thicker than blood. Got to be a tough situation for Carmelo Hayes here. He's up against an opponent he could never have planned for.
Oh, but there's a clear strategy, Cole. Solo Sikoa has an injury to his left knee. Solo had a brutal Falls Count Anywhere match last month here in NXT, and he just faced Drew McIntyre on SmackDown just a few days ago.
It's very unlikely that Solo's knee is 100% today. Melo needs to focus on further damaging that knee.
Let me point out that this is... brutally unfair to the A-Champ. He prepared for Wes Lee or a night off. Now he's not getting either? This is ridiculous. The advantage is clearly in the hands of Solo Sikoa, who's had something up his sleeve all night.
Well, you think Melo is regretting the attack on Wes Lee earlier tonight?
Hayes regrets nothing. Don't you dare second-guess the A-Champ, Saxton.
Getting him right into the corner.
Clothesline in the corner. Ooh, just bouncing off the turnbuckle.
Big clothesline.
What a big... main event this has been for the one-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world what he can do.
And if Solo didn't have this breakout year, maybe his cousin Roman Reigns wouldn't have trusted him enough to be part of the bloodline.
Super kick!
Good night. Tope Atomico.
Melo scales all the way.
Off the top.
Oh, God, a terrible landing on the outside.
The high risk towards the outside, but it ended up being in vain. Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down.
Oh, sent straight into the corner hard. Oh, goodness, blasted right into the corner.
Yeah.
Big uppercut rocks the...
Trick is out.
I wish I had another leader that had ones that had my community service card on it.
Carmelo is dazed.
Oh, hold on. Is he thinking of a submission here?
And would you look at that? He just
You did.
Yeah, it was.
let go of the submission.
Maybe he did the damage he meant to do and has something else in mind now.
Springboard. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly. Tagged with a punch.
This is quickly turning into a slugfest. It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here. Slugging away with everything they've got.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this.
Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
The willpower, the sheer...
Oh, looks like we got ourselves a hockey fight. Looks like we know who won that exchange. Winding up.
There's a Samoan spike.
Ouch.
The challenger clearing a path to the title. What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. And is the North American title now going to SmackDown?
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own, but that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest.
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these introductions, muttering to himself at times. Honestly, Rollins seems to be in Roman's head. Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns. Over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother in arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that Brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the Bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, crack. Have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be... Rolled up from behind. This could be it.
Able to reach the ropes, and he's able to last here. Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys. Reigns.
In his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast. Oh, look out. It's on now.
Counter. He knew just what to do.
Two Titans trading strikes and refusing to back down. Ooh.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out. Oof. Man, what a headbutt.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Gets lifted into position. Oh, slam. What a display of strength here. Oklahoma. Slam! Rollins getting worked on here.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Taking the action to the outside.
Might be taking a breather here.
Oh, colliding with a barricade.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Now clearing the announce desk. This isn't going to end well.
Setting up for something here. Great escape there. Boom to the back of the knee.
The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
Whip back into the ring. Oh, and he gets discarded out of the ring. And he's going to the outside, which will start a count out. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for Seth freaking Rollins? So much damage inflicted. Hit with the knee.
Rollins pulling out all the stops early. Roman Reigns needs to kick into higher gear to catch back up.
He's heading back to the ring. Sharp kicks. Bang! I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the Bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit.
Cover! We can have a new champ here! He kicks out before the count starts.
We're well into the mat.
Rollins looking for it.
Down low with the stop.
Here's the pin. Title could be decided. Cover! And a kick out. What on earth?
What? What just... I can't.
Agreed, Saxton. Looks like there's no limit to how much damage this superstar can absorb.
How often do you see Seth Rollins come up that short, that close? He's got to be livid right about now. Seth Rollins taking charge in a big way.
And Seth's well-laid plans are working to perfection against Reigns here.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half. But Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in a premium ladder match in his career. Never successfully defended a title against Rollins.
Indeed, two of the biggest... losses of Roman Reigns' career have been at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. At Money in the Bank in 2016, Rollins defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And a year prior to that, Rollins committed the heist to the century and used the Money in the Bank to steal Roman's WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania. He gets back into the ring. Uh-oh, has to find a way out of this.
Trying to fight their way out of harm's way. Elbows to the jaw.
Oh, man, right to the esophagus.
Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here? Oklahoma slam. Seth losing. command of this match.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
Ouch. Kick right to the body. Big boot. Reigns just imposing his will right now.
Right now, Seth is unable to evade Roman's offense. Oh, man. Kick to the face.
Picked up and being carried around now. Not a good spot to be in. All the way down.
The Tribal Chief locked and loaded. Superman punch. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Seth is being overwhelmed.
Any of Rollins' defenses have been pegged. Reigns sizing up the target.
Towards now. What a response. Strong kick out from the resilient champion.
Wow.
Good technique reversing Rollins.
He's quick to get out of the way there.
Find some payback with their own reversal.
He finally creates some more offense for himself.
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the biggest danger Seth has faced. There's so much for the submission hold. He just lets go.
His grip strength.
Hey.
And there it is. The title's not going anywhere tonight.
Makes the cover. He stays alive. He stays alive.
It was almost just lights out on their championship dreams.
Let's see if that kick out was a spark, or is it the challenger's last gasp?
I don't believe it. The champ goes for the cover.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages, with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The first member to enter will come from the advantaged team. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jay Uso!
This man and the rest of the original bloodline is under attack. The new bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new bloodline.
The original bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new bloodline is ready to hunt.
From Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob.
The new bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the bloodline.
The OG bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original bloodline versus the new bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions just a matter of minutes. If there's one man... And here, with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games.
Belly stop.
Connects on the kick.
Oh, what a kick.
Oh, ouch.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as well.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs. Springboard, but nobody home. Oosh!
Jacob Fatu in a compromised position.
He's able to dodge out of the way.
And over to the other ring he goes. Looking for a belly-to-back suplex into the neck breaker. Beautiful.
Jay taking his offense.
Top rope. Uso splash.
Jay nailed all of it.
Mere seconds away from evening the odds in War Games. Solo Sikoa, leader of the new Bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the Tribal Chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Rollins, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Shatter your chest. Sent flying over to the other ring.
Super kick.
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the Tribal Chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
Now check this out. This is going to blow your mind.
Oh my goodness!
And in just a moment.
Kick right to the ribs. And there's more to come.
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on.
Is that all she wrote for Tonga Lola?
The odd man in, and he's looking for an ace up his sleeve now.
Nasty kick to the face.
Under the apron now, looking to stack the odds even higher in their team's favor here. And another stiff shot to the head here.
Oh, man. Jacob Fatu just got busted up. Adding some extra spice to the numbers advantage by coming in armed to the teeth.
The Jinoku driver. Ooh, devastating kick.
Oh, meet the backside of an elbow.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, top rope, Uso splash. Will Jay take advantage?
And just unloading that stop sign. Here comes the buzzer. The numbers advantage vanishes with this next entrant. Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up to one this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forget.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
Jay has the title wins and big victories that earn him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leading it up in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE. My goodness! What impact!
Right in the kisser. And Tyler Page for leaving an opening. Look at this. This can't be good. 8 men in this war. But one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
But Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay. But the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solar Squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his friends and family later.
The WWE Universe is come alive in this one.
They are up and they are full. A lot of energy in the room.
Only seconds away from giving their team the numbers advantage.
And the Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Looks like the impending numbers advantage is enough for him.
Up to the electric chair, down for the drop.
Looks like they're bringing additional firepower with them in what is now essentially a handicap match. And Jack,
That was vicious.
that could from the top. Man, this place is jumping. Numbers advantage or not, he's leaving nothing to chance as he searches under the apron. Boom! And he just has to be
Uso.
and Jimmy Uso.
Uso splash!
Will Jimmy see this out? Through the ring door and adding a bit of leverage to the situation.
Kama taking out some damage. Now Jimmy.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
Insulting. Oh my heavens. We just saw a human split in half.
Lift it up. What's next?
Both wrists captured.
Sami Zayn retaliates.
Time to really put a stamp on this one. Catching a drop kick.
Clock counting down. A sigh of relief can surely be breathed once the next competitor enters.
Great height.
And now the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games. Big hammer connects.
And they're not going to this one without a little backup in their corner. He's definitely been worn down a little. Looking out of the ring for reinforcements.
Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows.
To the gut, too.
Ooh. He counters with a great reversal. And the entrance of the last competitor means that War Games has officially begun.
It's hard to believe that what we just saw was the appetizer to the main course. These competitors are more than hungry. They're starving for war, starving for supremacy. This is War Games.
The WWE Universe is pouring fuel on his fire right now. Is powering their opponent. so much offense. You got to worry about the lingering effects.
And the passing streak of Sakura has got to take halted. He breaks the pin, keeping his team in this one. And looking at Jacob Fatu
climbing up the wall now, and he's got some
shoulder down. Could this be it? You got a question. How much is it worth? How much is it worth to continue through the agony?
It's obviously worth everything. Obviously worth every drop of sweat on the ground. Ooh, point of the elbow. Counters out.
And a stomach to the gut. And a pin. Jey Uso is trying to seal this one up. Fights the shoulder up and one.
We are this far into the match. Where is this energy coming from?
Then we see Tonga Loa. This could be it. He could win it all here. And Team Roman wins War Games.
The new bloodline has fallen.
Here are your winners, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn, the Bloodline.
Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some good old-fashioned Islander grit. Perhaps their most infamous moment saw them actually dog-nap Matilda, mascot of the British Bulldogs, showing that they were willing to do literally anything to throw opponents off their game. Both men are still revered today as two of the real legit tough guys in the industry, names that instill fear simply upon mention, and they absolutely taught their children well. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa both loved to slowly brutalize an opponent in the traditional Haku style, while Jacob Fatu hurls his body at opponents from all angles with reckless abandon, much like Islander Tama in his TK All Day heyday. For their inclusion in the 2K25 showcase, we find the Islanders in a dream match, taking on another team that has mastered the air ground fighting and has their own brand of swag that keeps opponents guessing at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have...
It is time for the Street Profits to get themselves some of the Islanders.
Well, with all due respect to the smoke and the party cups, but AD and Tez need to up their game. This could be the Profits' night, but it's not going to be easy.
The Profits possess tremendous athleticism, but so do the Islanders. And let's not forget, the Islanders have Bobby Heenan in their corner.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
The Islanders are known for innovative double-team offense, but they're looking to do more than just beat the Profits.
Well, under the Brains' incomparable tutelage, the Islanders have become smarter and more brutal.
Tez and Dawkins better have their third eye open and their heads on a swivel.
I expect to see expert-level tag teamwork from both the Profits and the Islanders, with supreme athleticism from all 4 competitors.
What this match could boil down to, guys, is which team picks up the first pinfall.
It's not going to take long for chaos to rule. The Profits and the Islanders are ready to see who is the best tag team on Earth.
The Street Profits had better be ready for what's coming.
Tez and Dawkins have to be ready to deal with any shortcut the Islanders can find.
And their opponents, accompanied by Bobby Heenan, at a combined weight of 499 pounds, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
We know the Islanders are as vicious as they come, but the Street Profits excel in all forms of chaos.
Yeah, Corey, but the Islanders have a plan and will stop at nothing to carry that out.
But the Profits will have to truly compete as a team to overcome the odds in this 2 out of 3 falls match.
The truth is, I don't know if Ford and Dawkins have faced a team as dangerous as Haku and Tama.
And the Street Profits are going to have to execute a next-level plan to take down the Islanders and Heenan.
The Islanders... This is the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents 2 teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenal so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag levels are at an all-time high, and they told the Islanders they want the smoke.
Look, this is the best Street Profits we've ever seen, but the Islanders are exceptionally dangerous. And don't forget their secret weapon in the form of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Corey, you've competed in these... type of matches before. What's the key to victory for Haku and Tama?
It's crucial for the Islanders to win the first fall as early as possible. To do that... they've got to either isolate Ford or Dawkins and block their path to make an attack.
We're watching 2... great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential, Michael. I mean, Montez Ford has had moments of single success, competing in many high-profile matches on his own.
Though you'd be doing a great disservice to Angelo Dawkins, who has an equally impressive skill set should he go solo. And of course, both Islanders competed separately for a time in WWE before joining up. So you know that Tama and Haku can once again dominate as single stars.
Ford seems unable to turn the momentum here.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits.
Oh, what a drop kick.
On the mark.
Suplex attempt. Able to go behind, though.
Escapes, and a chop block takes him down.
So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all of those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
Boom! What a drop kick.
On the mark. Man.
Boom! That kick will stop you in your tracks.
Dawkins was ready there. Screwball into the pin.
He can pin his opponent right here. Well, this is unexpected, Byron.
Yeah, I'm guessing he wasn't fully in position. Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare. He cuts the pin attempt short. That's using your head.
Oh! Able to avoid damage with an evasive maneuver.
Great sequence. Of offense from Haku.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits here.
Rolling power slam. Vicious headbutt.
And the Profits definitely have that it factor, but it didn't look like it mattered there.
Yeah, Haku taking the fight right to him.
A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with the stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match and won it in 2 straight falls.
They also won a 2 out of 3 falls match on Saturday night's main event. Bottom line, the Islanders are more than ready for this. Hopefully, the Street Profits are quick learners. What a splash!
That was one big behemoth flying down with authority and force. Carefully measured knee drop.
Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about him.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to brawl. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring, is on that path. Didn't look like Haku had a solution for that.
And now that might be a confidence booster for the Street Profits.
And he is directed into the corner.
Oh, he had that scouted.
Oh, with authority!
Tag, here we go.
What a clothesline!
Oh, what a clothesline.
Hoisting their opponent up into a sit-out pile driver.
Puts the boot to the midsection.
He's looking fairly drained. And Dawkins is really being knocked around here.
And I don't see Haku relenting anytime soon.
Headed up to the top turnbuckle.
Sky high.
From the top of a diving hammer strike. And Haku is suppressing any offense from his opponent.
This is where Dawkins will be tested. Gotta find a way back in this. I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to serve another suspension.
Oh, what a phony charge that was. Heenan and the Islanders did an amazing job as dog sitters, and they got punished for it. Then again, the corrupt president who handed out that suspension also vacated the...
Oh, there may be no escape from this.
Up with him. He had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand.
Oh, my goodness. And Dawkins is really being knocked around here.
And I don't think anything can stop Haku now.
And he makes the tag.
Watch out, coming in hot.
Oh, what a drop kick.
On the mark. Look to their partner and tags out.
Oh, schoolboy. Shoulders down here. He wasted no time kicking out there.
How does anyone have this much in them at this point?
The Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that Tez and Dawkins can't... quite overcome.
Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and of course the Uso. From the top.
Diving headbutt. And one more time going to the top rope. Up high.
Wow, cross body. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
My God, the Islanders continuing the assault. The Street Profits just don't know the word quit.
This is
Blast off.
point of the elbow finds the mark.
Again? He's making the climb again?
Soaring.
Delivers the elbow.
He may get the 3 count right here.
I think so.
That's one way to break up a pin attempt.
Ooh. Cover.
Is it enough? No! Kick out at 2.
That is just pure instinct at this point.
Uh-oh. Headbutt. Nothing fancy there. Tom has culminated a great game plan now.
Yeah, Ford's having trouble fighting back.
Boom!
Looks like he knew what was coming up. Savage knee to the face.
Big forearm. Put into the corner. What could be next?
Followed up with a blockbuster.
Great leaping ability.
Chop combination.
Across the forehead and right to the chest and then the throat. Wicked. And he's ready to switch things up. Tagging out.
Boom! What a drop kick.
On the mark.
Uh-oh. Face full of turnbuckle. Oh, my gosh, what impact. Running hip attack, what impact.
Haku, and he breaks his own submission.
Maybe his plan was just to soften his opponent with that hold.
Oh, my God, what a kick.
Deep, deep trouble here for Montez.
Haku, and he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
Oh, and there's the cover. faltering early here.
Shoulders down, going for the win.
Yeah, no, he doesn't get the break.
Somehow, some way, he is still in this.
Overhead chop. He has to be nearly at his breaking point now.
These are the moments professionals train for. When you are at your breaking point. Running power slam! Precision offense into the pin. This could be it.
Second fall for the Islanders, and they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the words to convey how proud I am to have been part of this historic showcase. Having worked alongside
The following match is the 2K Showcase Tribal Gauntlet. The winner of this match will be acknowledged as your Tribal Chief. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countouts. The match will be won if the first entrant eliminates all other entrants in the match.
The Bloodline Gauntlet match begins here, gentlemen, with our first entrant.
A superstar with a daunting challenge ahead. Grinding your way through the bloodline? One of the biggest dynasties in history? Is it even possible?
Well, it's highly improbable, but nothing's impossible in WWE.
No.
Wow. How's this for an opening opponent in a gauntlet match?
Makes you want to throw in the towel before the bell even rings.
From Miami, Florida, weighing in at 260 pounds,
Rocky Maivia.
And on the other side of this first hurdle, just one of the Bloodline's most savage and powerful members.
The Bloodline starting things off with a bang, looking to make short work of this challenger.
This is where it begins. The ultimate gauntlet challenge against the full might of the Bloodline.
Win or loss, this is an historic undertaking. History being made right here. The most prestigious... That's the bell, and here we go. Lola Vice looking to get a statement win here tonight.
Every win Lola Vice gets is a statement, Cole, especially when she knocks out her opponent to get said win. Vice wants to prove she's the greatest WWE superstar to come from the world of MMA, and every win brings her one step closer to making sure that's undoubtedly true.
Yeah, Vice is looking to etch her name in the history books here in WWE, and she's on course to do just that.
Then there's Jada Parker, an athletic and confident superstar with an aggressive nature inside the ring. Getting on her bad side is a big mistake.
But it seems to be all too easy to make an enemy of a vindictive Jada Parker. I don't think she knows the meaning of play nice with others.
And now applying extra pressure. This is agonizing.
Oh, God. And now that's some nasty offense imposed on Vice.
Yeah, Jada just ramped up her intensity.
Someone call a dentist.
Jada Parker taunting her downed opponent. Here it comes. Hypnotic.
Will that overtake Lola?
She manages to get the rope break.
And Jada clearly ready for a fight here.
All right, we got it the first time. Let's get back to business.
Cutting her off in the middle of her little performance. That's what you have to do. These will keep you down. Looking dazed. You can tell she has no idea what's coming to her. Oh, my. Oh, way off. That's a
Pin attempt by Jada. Picked up the victory.
Here is your winner, Jada Parker.
And Jada picks up the win here tonight.
And no post-match dancing and hip shaking for Lola Vice tonight.
My core